Hi guys, it's Sylvia here at ABstudio. I'm here today to talk about the stamps, the ABstudio stamps. I just want to show you and give you a few tips how to make the best image you can from them, and maybe talk about a little bit their quality and how they're made and why they are unique and how to use them the best, to get the best image you can. I know there are some questions before, so I said we make those videos with Aga to show you that it is simple to use them, that they are fabulous to work with. Today I will be working on acrylic block. I'm waiting for my stamping platform, which is coming, I'd say, next week, so then I'll make another video how to work with this one. But this is with the acrylic block, and as you know now, the stamps are coming with the foam at the back, the sticky foam at the back, so it's easier to make the image transfer. Other stamps, previously the stamps were coming like just with the rubber, so it was absolutely possible and no problem to do the perfect picture. Especially you could get that foam and mount it on the acrylic block. But Aga decided to add that foam to make it even easier for you to stamp the image. So basically, if it comes when you peel them from the packaging, they're really smooth, silky, like a little sticky at the back, so you can mount them straight away on the acrylic block. If they got dirty, you can just wipe them. If I have a little paint, because you know I am very messy, so they are just flying on my table. Sometimes there is paint, acrylic paint there, so I just use a little bit of acetone, the varnish nail tip remover, or a little bit of spirit, or sometimes baby wipes as well, to wipe it and make them a bit sticky again, and that will make them stick to the acrylic block perfectly. So how to use them to get the picture? You see, these stamps are produced by ABstudio. They're not manufactured in China, so they're not that deep. The groove is not that deep on them. However, you still have, there's loads of details, especially on those as well, which I am designing. There's so many little details, and you can actually get them perfectly on your watercolor paper. Just sometimes it needs a little bit of practice, and I have to say I have to put few images as well, stamp them few times sometimes to get that perfect one, and that's okay. It's much easier seemingly with the platform, which I am here to find out next week. But still, you see, they are produced in a different way. Was given out to her that she's working too much, because they're working with her husband actually 12 hours or 14 hours a day to send the all the orders. I know it's very, very busy, so just bear with us. They're worth it. The quality is really good. So that's it. The Chinese stamps, they are different. They're manufactured in millions, in hundreds, and these ones are like made with heart and soul. So I'm really encouraging to support the local small businesses. Aga is a fantastic girl, and she just came up with this idea not so long time ago, and it's buzzing, and it's great because we can see this fabulous products. Okay, so I use Stays On. This is the fast drying solvent ink, and it's permanent jet black. So I will never do this. You can't do this, otherwise the ink would be too much ink on your stamp. What I do is I take, and actually Aga had to teach me better as well. Let me just make sure it's sharp. So I just gently press. And if you do it gently, you won't have the ink inside the stamp, like on her face. It will go only to the raised areas. Just, you might get a little bit of sometimes on the acrylic block, and that's okay. Okay, here is the watercolor paper. It's actually this is 200-gram papers. It's not the, it has a little bit of groove, a little bit of tooth to it. So I just try to see if I will be. I have to stand up for stamps. Yay! Almost perfect. Sometimes I see, oh, I have to pay more attention to the eye, so I just zoom in so you can see. It's great. It's brilliant. If I sit down by my desk, it won't come out great. So I need to stand up to put even pressure on the acrylic block. And again, okay. Put the pressure on, and look, it's just perfect. Perfect. Lovely. You see, when you have a platform, you can repeat in the same place the stamp, but with the acrylic block you have to stamp it just once. Let me show you what will happen if I try to correct it. Let's say I won't put enough ink on it and I just won't put too much pressure, and oh, I want to do it again. You will never get that. Again, the same. That will happen. What will happen? So it will be like a second image on it, because it's just, our hands won't be precise to do it in exactly the same place. With the platform, yeah, no problem, you can repeat it, and it's even better because it will go to the groove of the watercolor paper, but not with the acrylic block. So make sure you could stamp few pages and you know, find it is getting easier and easier. I had to learn because I wasn't great in it, but really few minutes I was practicing, and then just to stick to that. This is important when you do it. Do this. And even pressure. Yeah, so easy peasy, and they are perfect. Every little detail came out, as you can see. Okay, so let me get to the coloring. I will be using watercolors and Prima pencils, Prismacolor pencils. So what I've learned with watercolors, coloring those stamps, is I color the bigger surfaces with the watercolors, and then I might just do the teeny tiny details with pencils. I want to keep her in a kind of neutral colors. I just want to show you, I designed the invitations for my daughter's christening. So this I'll do the tag similar like this for you to show you. So you see how simple and lovely design is that. Look at that muted colors. So yeah, I add some shading to the eyes. I'll be working in grays and beige colors. And browns maybe. I have mixture of different watercolors here. From Daniel's Smith and Prima and Jasper handmade watercolors too. So just, you don't need much. I am not very precise, as you know, and that's okay. I don't mind. That's not my style, to be too precise. Some splashes of water. Okay, so it looks like I will have some blue on it. That's okay. So give a bit of shadow under the hair. And then we will dry the first layer and we go with the second layer of shading. Yay. Lovely. Okay, a little crown I'll do. Kind of, yeah. Okay, I'll dry it quickly. So my girl is dry, so I'll go with the same or a bit darker colors just to give a little bit of kind of shading, bit of texture to it, and depth, that's what I meant, a little bit of. So I went with like a grayish blackish to add a bit of depth to her. Whatever I have on the palette, I'm not really fussy with it. That's okay, just tiny bit, she'll stand out anyway. And then I have those colored pencils, so I will add a bit of that kind of skin tone color. Just to so she's not that pale on their face. Little rosy cheeks. Super cute. Jeez. Okay. Literally, that's it. Like, doesn't need much. You see, I colored only. That's a bit of silver here. She doesn't need much, really. So as simple as that, coloring is enough. Let's me switch now to a tag. I have to do something. It's like a wooden tag, so we need to give it a bit of life. And I cut it out the fairy. So this is she. She's all ready to go. So for the tag, this is my arty table. I'm using paper texture paste. I love this paste from Finbar, from Prima. I am loving it. Look at this silicone brush of mine. Oh god. Yes, Sylvia. Wash your supplies, art supplies. That's okay. So I just apply on the tag. It gives a little bit like a papery, funny texture. I just like that texture. It reminds me, you know what it reminds me? The snow. But it works well with watercolor, so it's okay. Like this. Isn't it? It looks a bit like a snow. I'll try it now. Okay, it's really cool texture on it. So on top of that, I go again with the same texture paste, but with this stencil. That's Aga's ABstudio stencil, flowers, and I just put them like this. So it's another second layer of the same medium. Okay, it's not that be kind of very uneven, because that paste is just a bit different, but I love that. I don't mind that it's not a full flower. It's more about a little bit of pattern on it. Okay, I'll dry it again and be back. Okay, so now I will use the same colors like on the fairy, and I just use the big brush and just go here and there with them. So the pattern, I love this pattern. That was just brown. So it's a really cool effect with that paste. Yeah. I've tried it and I loved this effect. Look at this. Really nice, settled. So I'll add a bit more of the color. Okay, so I just have my glue gun here, and I have pieces of cardboard chipboards. Then I have pieces of lace. So it's again about layering. I have actually a really nice cardboard here. So you can see how am I layering this. Okay. This is from my collage sheets, which I have in my Etsy shop. The little girl will be just here, I think, in the middle. A little bit off center. Cute. Kind of add little leaves to her. And tiny bit of I made my own fabric. I dyed it. I dyed my own fabric. And here are the pieces of the sari lace, which I'm hoping it will fit through this. I'll do it later. And I want to give a little kind of pinky girly accent to it. Because she has a tiny bit of pink, so I might just put that bow in there. Yay! Cute, 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 cute. little tag, and I'll put it through. I just wanna, now I will add some of the stamps. Let me look for it. That's from ABstudio, and sometimes I use them just like this. Don't do it, I said it on the last, but I don't mind to have exactly the same picture. So just going with the theme of leaves. Okay. Pretty. And just add a bit of kind of white here and there to add that, give that bit arty look to it. Okay, and she is ready. Easy peasy. I love the saree ribbon on it. So if you have any questions, let me know. I will be regularly doing those videos for you, just to make it easy to use the stamps. And I can guarantee you, even if you never did that before, once you practice a little bit, you will come up with fantastic quality image. Okay, see you next time. Bye.